Okay, here we are for the first round of an 8-man queue, and his hand looks just fine. Excited to be trying out the new version of the Blue-White Humans mid-range. And I kind of think this will be a little bit better here for us just because we won't have to worry about setting up a combo. And also I think just, you know, with the Fiend Hunters, I feel a lot better just kind of having some more backup. In addition, I really want to try out the Sword of Feast and Famine and kind of see how that operates against some of these decks. I just love making them pay extra mana for Ponder. It's just beautiful. So we could be up against Esper Midrange, we could be up against Esper Control, or possibly Delver. Either way, we're happy. So now we're just going to go ahead and drop down Blade Splicer with Phantasmal Image for next turn. And really in the driver's seat here. He still can't cast anything anything of value here except for Gut Shot. And even if he's Esper Control, we still have an extra turn before he can go ahead and Day of Judgment if he has that. But he could potentially have like the Gut Shot into the Day of Judgment, although I do not believe that's the case. So here we're just going to go ahead and drop out Champion and continue to put down the threats. And he's in a very rough spot right here. So I mean, like, he could have like Angel here, but even if he does, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and that's the game. So still not sure whether it's a Delver or whether it's mid-range. I'm leaning towards mid-range though, because if he had 4 mana and didn't cast anything, it's a pretty strong tell that it's going to be Esper mid-range or Control. So let's take a brief look here at the mid-range deck, and this is what we're up against. Here is our sideboard plan. So for Esper, especially for mid-range, we're going to be bringing in a couple cards here. Let's go ahead and bring in Talia, Trinket Mage, O-Ring, Nevermore, Relic Warder. We also want to bring in Cage, Hex Parasite if he has access to Tamiyo or Gideon, and then I believe Misstep as well. So we're bringing in 10, taking out 10. You know, against Esper midrange, just because he's more, he has less immediate threats like Delver and stuff like, you know, Gut Shot. He may still be running Gut Shot, but he has less immediate threats, you know, like Geist. We can take out some of our earlier game and kind of go for more of a, since he's going to be transitioning into more of a Day of Judgment strategy here. We still want to have access to Gut Shot to take care of his Blade Splicers. And then here, what else do we want to cut? Let's see. Not sure if we need the Missteps. I mean, they are very good against like Ponder, but if he's not running Vapor Snag, there's not too many other targets for it. I kind of like the other cards we have here too, so I think I'm just going to shave a Misstep. got a pretty flush 3-drop slot here, but I think they're all very good. And then maybe just shave down to one of the silver blades here. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 silver blades out, leave in the missteps, because I think they are that good against Ponder. And this will be how we do it. So this hand is actually fine. If he has the turn 1 Ponder, we have misstep back up. It's also good against Thought Scour. Yeah, like right here, we're very happy to misstep that. So I really do like the missteps here. And then with Hex Parasite, we may want to keep it in the hand just in case he has the, you know, Wrath into Gideon or Wrath into Tamiyo play. Visions. That's not happening. Now just bashing in. I think here we do need to get Angel going, just because otherwise we're just going to be sitting here, and we want to keep pushing damage. It's tempting to kind of stay for more value, but we really just want to go ahead and just keep pushing damage here. Now we're going to go ahead and get one of his tokens so that we can then go ahead and attack with Talia. The problem here is that we do kind of open ourselves up for Wrath, but I think it is still worth it to keep pushing. And I mean, losing the Fiend Hunter, we don't lose a lot there. Because if we don't make the push here, then he just continues to sit here and build up, which we do not want. So now we can go ahead and Nevermore for Wrath, or we can Nevermore for Sun Titan. And I think we're going to go ahead and Nevermore for Day of Judgment here. Now he could be running Terminus also, so it's kind of hard to know which one we want to play around here. I think we're a little bit more worried about Day of Judgment just because he can cast it easily. Sure here, to be honest. Sun Titan doesn't really do much for him right now, and Day of Judgment really does, so I think we're going to do that instead. This could be Terminus, potentially. Or Entreat the Angels. Interesting. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess here we're going to try to make some guys, and then hopefully we can pick up a Fiend Hunter or some way to deal with that Angel. Or we can Relic Order. Well, we definitely want to Relic Order the Talisman. I'm trying to think what other kind of artifacts he runs. It's going to be a little bit different than the mid-range deck, but not sure. He might run Batterskull potentially. I think it is still worth using Relic Order here, though. We don't have quite enough to push in yet. I mean, pretty soon we're going to actually just push in and just start allowing him to edict our guys. So if we attack right now, let's see, Angel kills Angel. He takes 7, goes to 9. I think we want to wait one more turn before we start pushing. If we can drop like Honor the Pure, or if we can drop, you know, maybe Fiend Hunter, or like copy Angel for Fiend Hunter. There's Honor the Pure, that helps quite a bit. So it allows us to push now, finally. Kind of with that in mind, I think we're still fine just bashing here. I mean, so if he edicts our Goblin Token, I don't think we really care. We just keep pushing. Like, he can kill Relic Order and get Talisman back, which is annoying. But I think it's still worth the damage here. Okay, so he has the Offering. So this is going to hurt a little bit more. So I guess he edicts the Relic Order, gets back his Talisman. And he could still go Terminus here. I mean, we might just want to run out the Hex Parasite, just because for extra damage. Because like next turn, see, we bash in, blocks here, takes 4, 8, yeah, okay. So we're playing Hex Parasite here. Probably should have played it a turn or two beforehand. So I guess now he's going to Terminus here? Not sure what he's got planned here. Terminus on our turn, like with... Yeah, so Thoughtscour into Terminus. Yeah. Okay. Pretty good game. And there's the Tamiyo, which unfortunately we were trying to wait around with the Hex Parasite. Now we're in kind of a rough spot. Yeah, so it might have been a misplay to drop the Hex Parasite there. Just knowing that Tamiyo would be coming out. And I guess since he's an Entreat the Angels deck, we really don't need Gut Shot. At this point, we have to Gut Shot Tamiyo. We don't want Tamiyo to go off. So I guess in this style of deck, we definitely want to be naming Terminus. I'm not sure if he runs Day of Judgment also. It's hard to know. Hex Parasite's definitely going to be going the distance. Unfortunately, that is it here for us. So going into game 3, definitely want to... Spell Guide actually gets a little bit better with Tamiyo, so you can't tap down our guys. Anything else we want to take out here? Gut Shot is definitely much worse. We do want the Spell Guide. And probably the Silver Blades. We may want some more early game here, but yeah, with the Terminus and Day of Judgment running wild, I'm not sure we want that much early game. Well, let's think about this for a moment. So Italia still is very good. Silver Blade, it can still be quite good, but it's a little bit slow. Fiend Hunter is actually, well, Fiend Hunter is still fine if he uses the Angel making. Relic Warder is still good. O-Ring, Nevermore. Feast and Famine, not as, it's okay. It's good against control, I suppose. Especially if he Wraths. We may want Gather over Silverblade. Yeah. Not sure about this here. Image, definitely not as good. I mean, it's still good at you know, copying Fiend Hunter, but he has less tokens and creatures of his own. So if we do that, we bring in Gather. We want to bring in probably Champion here also, just to get some early game going. I really kind of want to make room for the 2 champions here. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Yuck. Ugh. Definitely not what we want to see here. I think going down to 5 is, well, we're going to have no action early, but we will have mana. I think we have to go to 5 here. Ugh. Yuck. No choice. It's possible we should have kept it 6, it was just so little action. I mean, we had mana, but that was really it. So an Entreat the Angels deck. Interesting. I was just trying to set up for the Angels coming out. Hoping to get a chance to Terminus us. So next turn he Wraths, and then after that drops Tamiyo probably. I guess that works also. Sword really not doing it here for us. We probably just want to drop Blade Splicer. We want to try to hold back Hex Parasite and not just give it away in case he tries to drop Tamiyo or Gideon or something fun like that. Most likely just going to Wrath us here. The problem is, what else could he do? So if he doesn't Wrath, he's going to drop one of the Planeswalkers. Or he'll just go ahead and make an Angel, which we can't deal with. I think instead we want to go ahead and actually just drop Sword here. There's Terminus, okay. So now we can use our Golem token to get in with Sword. Or he just has Day of Judgment. Okay. So now he's going to go ahead and Entreat the Angels for 2. Or I guess just keep Timely. Yeah. Maybe set up like a big Angel turn next turn. In this one instance, having War and Peace would be really nice. Jace. Okay. So now we go ahead and O-Ring Jace. Assuming he doesn't have the counter spell backup. So I guess this turn he's going to go ahead and drop Angels, yep. With the Ponder, okay. So a ton of Angels coming our way. definitely enough to kill us straight out. Alright, so unfortunately that's going to do it. Yeah. Didn't quite get there. Should have held the Hex Parasite in the other game a little bit longer, just because Tamiyo and Gideon are such a threat. We will see you for the next one.